What's up, YouTube? It's a really quick video. Back again with my boy, Brandon. Back with you guys with another unboxing, first impressions, and update video.
Let's do it.
You just got a new fragrance in the mail yesterday, 2 days ago?
2 days ago, yeah.
2 days ago. I think this one was recommended by somebody, or you heard about it online or something?
Yeah, I saw it online. It won some award. People were talking about it, so figured why not.
Yeah.
And it has notes that I like, so.
Yeah, and the name of this, well, the name of the fragrance I did like. And I actually heard a little bit about this fragrance.
That's what made me intrigued.
One thing I'm not a fan of is the name of the house.
Yeah, it's kind of, it has a meaning, but it's, the background of the house is, so if you look at their list of perfumes, it's all like a note in some kind of wood. So basically, so they have oak, cedar, like all these different things. And apparently, according to the website, they take the fragrance and they age it in whatever that piece of wood is that's on the name.
Okay.
So for this one, cognac, it's aged in, I guess, a cognac barrel or a French oak barrel, something like that.
Okay. I mean, kind of a cool...
I don't know if it's legit.
Gimmick. Yeah, it sounds cool, I guess. So the name of the fragrance is Plum In... Is it Cognac? It's like,
Cognac.
Okay, because I always say Cognac, but then I go, no, it's Cognac.
Cognac.
Like, yeah, that's what I call it, yak. And here is the box here. Not that fancy looking, I guess. The name of the house is Scent of the Wood. That's I have an issue. I'm taking umbrage with that name because I feel like it's kind of melded in. So no offense to you guys. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm not a big fan of the name of the house. So it opens like this. I'm not going to spend too much time. The bottle really is the main
It's cool, yeah. It's
part.
a cool bottle.
Here's a little inlay here. It's a cardboard box. But the bottle is a heart. Now, do you know if all of these are hearts like in the house, or is it just, are they all different?
Of all the ones I've seen, they look like this.
They look just like this, like black bottles too?
So you can customize it.
Okay.
So you can get any of their fragrances. They have like 15 or 20, I don't know. And you can get this, the main part, the bottle part, in black or white. And you can get the cap in black or gold, I believe.
Okay. Is it refillable? Looks like it has a thread
I don't
there.
know. Haven't tried to pull that off yet.
All right. So Plum In Cognac, Cognac. Golly, Plum In Cognac from the house of Scents of the Woods. Scents, plural, of the Woods. Is a unisex, woody, spicy fragrance released in 2020. The nose behind this fragrance is Pascal Garin. Eau de Parfum concentration?
Yep.
Okay, Eau de Parfum concentration.
According to the box.
Brandon here is going to read you guys the notes.
All right, guys. So the notes for this one: plum, rum, vanilla, cinnamon, balsam, immortelle, labdanum, osmanthus, and vetiver.
Okay. Yeah, there was no top, mid, and base. It was just sort of it sort of just laid them all out there. This one does sound interesting, and definitely the plum is what caught my attention, and the rum.
Plum's one of my favorite notes.
So right off the bat, plum, rum, vanilla, cinnamon sounds amazing. And I've tried. I think you got me onto that immortelle from, what was it, Garrican or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, Monos. Yeah, and so I don't know if immortelle is supposed to smell sweet on purpose, but that one smells like caramel.
It's like sweet. Yeah, it's like a flower, I think, but it's sweet.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So I'm guessing this one's going to be very sweet. You've tried this one already?
Yes. Okay. I blind bought it and I sprayed it on my hand.
Okay, so Brandon did give me permission to make this my scent of the evening. So maybe I'll come back with a quick update later, a few hours from now. But he's just going to spray a strip. That way he can remember what it smells like. And I'm going to spray my hand. But again, I will wear this one this evening. So without further ado, let's give this fragrance our first impression. I will give Brandon the honors. Again, it is his fragrance, and he's going to let me wear it this evening. So I want him to spray it first. I'm not going to breathe through my nose. That way I'll get a fresh first impression.
Oh, it's like a pressurized sprayer too. So
nice.
Like the Roja style.
Clean hand. Here we go. Oh yeah, very nice sprayer. Okay. Wow. Definitely super woody. I'm getting the plum, and I'm getting the rum note. It almost smells like it's like a tobacco type of fragrance.
Okay, I didn't get that.
Now, I'm not saying it exclusively has to or smells like tobacco right now, but something like this I would think would have tobacco somewhere along in it. And what wood is in this one? Is it you're saying the cognac barrel?
I guess.
I'm going to have to really just look at that word there, because I'm going to keep messing it up. Okay. Super woody. It smells like cedar. What I'm getting right now is a lot of. It almost smells like a little bit like from Killian
Single
malt.
So since I've worn this once, I'll give you my impression as well. I wanted you to kind of get your thoughts out.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, when I first sprayed it, it resembles single malt.
Okay.
The plum and the booziness.
Yes.
But that goes away, in my opinion, pretty quick, like maybe
Okay.
5-10 minutes. And it starts to get really spicy. And I think the cinnamon maybe and like the resins and stuff is kind of what gives off that tobacco vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So when it dries down, it's not anything similar to single malt, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I think, I've said this before, like in my videos, you know, from 5 years ago, whenever I did them, indie perfume houses such as this, like Kerosene, those like more indie guys, like a one-man shop, that I get that same like weird smell when I breathe out. I think that's like you can tell that it's indie. Like there's something between like a niche master perfumer, whatever you want to call it, and these indie guys, that whatever they use ingredient wise, it's not as like polished.
Okay.
And I got that with a lot of like indie fragrances.
I'm really left with a very fruity, boozy, spicy, smoky. It's almost like, another thing, reason why I said tobacco, it almost smells like cigarette, like a burnt cigarette kind of smokiness.
I think vetiver can be smoky sometimes.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I mean, not a bad fragrance. You said it's very strong. In your
Lasted a long
experience.
time, yeah.
Okay.
I put one spray on my hand and it lasted probably like 10 plus hours.
Oh, wow,
at least,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Smelled it the next day.
sprayed my hand a few times already. Now, for me, I'm not going to say it's not strong, but something it's not booming right now. And I'm having to get really, really close to my nose to really like pick up the notes. But I was sick a week ago, so maybe it could have something to do with that. But right now, I can smell it just fine. But yeah, it definitely reminds me of, we'll just say single malt, but it's more of like a woodier single malt. It's not as sweet, maybe. I think single malt's a little more crowd pleasing. This is a little more indie,
Yeah.
a little more niche, if you will, because it's just not as crowd pleasing.
Yeah. I think single malt's more polished.
Yeah.
And single malt smells like whiskey, not like rum to me. And this has more of a rum vibe than a cognac whiskey vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really getting that cigarette smoke type of thing. So I'm really getting like a speakeasy almost. Like if this was called speakeasy or something like that, or this is supposed to resemble a night out, drinking with your friends, having some cocktails, smoking some cigars or a cigarette or whatever at a lounge.
Yeah.
I could easily go with that. But that's not in there, so that's just me. I'm not really sure where that's coming from. But this is not a bad fragrance. How much is this fragrance? And is this 100 mil?
Oh, what did I pay for this?
I think you told me
So it's a 75 mil.
75 mil does
Yeah.
look like a small ball. I want to say you told me 260, but I'm not gonna.
I think it was
I'm sure I'll put it
240.
somewhere on the
I
screen.
think it was
I'll put
240. I think it was 240.
And you got it right from the website.
Correct.
Okay.
They didn't have any sale or discount or anything.
Not a bad fragrance. Not sure about 240.
I don't think it's worth the price.
Okay.
The bottle's cool. The packaging, like the box and stuff, is kind of crappy in my opinion. And like I said, it has that like indie thing, like where you can tell that it's not as polished and the ingredients maybe aren't as good.
Yeah.
So it's a good smell, and I think if a different house put the same thing together, it would be better. But
I think they did. Killian already sort of did, I guess.
I guess so.
All right, guys. Well, without making this video too much longer, I'm going to wear this fragrance tonight and give you guys a quick update. Again, I'm not going to give you the full rundown like I do in my other videos, just because you're going to take this fragrance back this evening. I'm just going to wear it tonight and see what I think about it and just give you guys a quick little update. But Brandon, thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. We're about to go grab some dinner again. Our favorite spot in town, Chimmy's. Guys, if you guys are in the DFW area, if you want some good Tex-Mex and some cold beer, check out Chimmy's over in 7th Street. So yeah, so I'll give you guys an update shortly. But until I guess the next video, we'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.
And I'll talk to you guys in a sec. Hey, what's up, you guys? Just want to bring you guys a quick update on the Plum In Cognac from Scents of Wood that me and Brandon talked about the other day. Actually ended up doing a nice little swap with Brandon for this. I didn't know he wasn't a huge fan of it.
And I will say I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do like it, and he was wanting to move it, and I had some things that he wanted, so we went ahead and did a swap. Good thing about that is that we keep it between us, and so if he ever wanted it back, he could always offer something else on his shelf to swap back. But I did like this fragrance, and honestly, I probably wouldn't have gotten this fragrance if we didn't do the swap. And I'm not bashing this fragrance. It just did remind me of another fragrance, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. I will say this fragrance reminded me in the opening a little bit of Single Malt by Killian, but after a while, the cinnamon and the vanilla really make it smell like Herod from the house of Parfums de Marly, and that's not a bad thing. It's just I already own Herod. I don't own Single Malt anymore, but I will say that this is almost like the best of both worlds, which again isn't a bad thing, but it's very expensive, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah, I did like this fragrance. It did last quite a while on my skin. I got well over 8 hours on my skin, and I want to say this one actually was a bit in the longevity and the projection category was stronger than Herod, and I'm not really sure what formulation or whatever, because people talk about how the older Herod is better than the newer one, but I'm not really sure if that's even true. Darker colored juice doesn't mean stronger juice, by the way. Yeah, I got better performance out of that, so that's a good thing for the Plum in Cognac, because it reminded me a lot of the Herod. The seasons for this fragrance, if you guys haven't guessed already, it's going to be fall, winter, early spring, the colder months of the year. This is very thick, sweet, heavy fragrance. The occasions for this fragrance is going to be evening wear, perfect for date night. It looks like the bottle. I know that you can customize the bottles. I get it, but excuse me. To me, this does smell like a darker fragrance. I mean, it's plum, so it's going to be dark and spicy and woody. So definitely, and honestly, this does lean more masculine in my opinion. So it feels like an evening fragrance that you can wear out to dinner, date night, suit and tie, something formal. Probably strong enough for the club. This isn't a beast by any means, going back to the performance category, but it could probably get the job done in the club. Ages, it definitely have to be 30 and up, 25, maybe 30 and up. We'll just kind of float it around there because this is a very expensive fragrance, guys. $240 for 75 mil is just outrageous. That is a lot of money for a fragrance. Price per mil is just it's crazy, but it is a nice fragrance. And honestly, you can get Herod for a lot cheaper nowadays on discounter sites and whatnot. So I will say that the ages will have to be between 25 and 30 and up. Just be a little bit older. You have to have the money in the bank, and you have to be able to pull this one off. It is very mature, very smoky fragrance. It's sweet and it smells like Herod, but you know, the younger guys might have a problem pulling this one off. But overall, I do like this fragrance. That's why I added it to my collection. One, it's because I don't have anything else from this house. Don't know if I'll ever get anything else from this house. Honestly, you don't come across these every day. So that's one of the reasons why I added it. Two, it smells nice. Okay, it does remind me a little bit of the single malt mixed with the Herod. One of the only things I don't like is that it doesn't contain tobacco. This literally, I'm telling you, it's the cinnamon and the vanilla, and I'm sure a couple of other things that are really making it smell like Herod, or Pulse of Night from Issey Miyake. If you guys remember that one, I talked about that one a few years ago. That has the DNA of Herod as well, and it sort of has the DNA in this as well, and that one's almost the same. But I do like the plum note in this. I wish it lasted longer. I believe the plum and vanilla or whatever video I did on the cheapie that I did a little while back, that one I think had a more prominent, excuse me, plum note in that, and I did like that one quite a bit because the plum note really lasted and was really strong in that. I wish it lasted longer in this one. It did not. I was a bit let down by that, but it is a pleasing fragrance nonetheless. Just imagine a smokier, more mature opening, less crowd pleasing, I would say. This isn't more, I think single malt is more mass appealing with that opening, the cedar and the boozy notes and the fruit. But this one still is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's just a little more mature, a little smokier, a little more resinous. And you can't go wrong with that Herod DNA. And I know this one sort of has its own thing going. I'm not trying to take away from this fragrance, but it really does remind me of Herod or Pulse of Night mixed with this single malt, guys. So it's not an awful fragrance. You might want to go on a split or just maybe buy a partial bottle. But I can't recommend you guys blind buying this one. You can probably go on the website and find like a sample or something like that for way, way less. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on Plum In Cognac from the House of Scent of Wood. Have you guys tried this fragrance? Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below. All right, thank you guys so much for watching our video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notification for future First Impressions videos and fragrance-related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, till next video, you guys take care. Thanks.